Hey, what's going on? This is Alex with DJ Cutt Entertainment, and today I want to cover my most frequently asked questions that I get, whether it be in my in-person meetings or via email beforehand. So first question I get asked the most is, what does it take to lock down my date? So once we meet with you, we will send over online a contract. Once we get a signed contract in a retainer, that locks down the DJ for your guys' event, or your videographer, or your photo booth, depending on what services you guys get. Our particular MC style is more to be a fly on the wall. We like to inject ourselves when we're needed. We want to make sure that everybody knows exactly what's going on, what events are happening next. Each event will announce 3 times. And then once we make that announcement, we will repeat ourselves 3 times so that way everybody can hear us correctly. One of the other things is we like to make sure that we have a proper speaker setup so that way everybody can hear. It's not too loud for anybody. Being the MC is very important for us to make sure that everything flows smoothly. Have you played at my venue before? And if I haven't played at your venue, for me, it's very important to do a site walkthrough. Even if I played at your event before, I like to do a site walkthrough if possible with my clients. Some of my clients are from out of town, so we can't meet together before we book, but we'll definitely try our best to get out there to the venue at some point to meet with you guys, just so we can go over some of the logistics. Hey, where does the DJ set up? I need to know where power is, how big of an area that I'm gonna be, any challenges that are gonna be set up kind of in our way the day of. So any details I like to go over in our site walkthrough, and it's almost a must for me to do a site walkthrough if I haven't done your event before. One of the questions that I get asked is, can we come watch you perform? And for me, that's a no. And let me explain why. I don't want to invite someone else to your private event. There's private moments that are shared at everyone's wedding, but we do offer a bunch of videos online so you can see exactly what you're gonna get. We also have some mixes online that you can listen to so you can see how we blend music and the type of music that we play. But as far as your wedding goes, that's your guys' private event, and I wouldn't want a stranger showing up to your guys' event. But that's why we make the videos, so you can see exactly what you're getting on the day of your event. So guests are more than welcome to come up and make requests. When it comes to structuring the dance party, we do have your guys' playlist. We also have a do not playlist, and some clients will fill up the whole playlist, and then others will only pick out a couple songs, and it really just depends on the client and what they prefer. But then we usually fill in the gaps in between, so I'll look at your list and say, oh, they like this song and this song. Well, these other songs are probably going to work well. I'll also look throughout the room and see who's dancing and who's not. And I like to rotate my room, try to get the people that have been sitting a while, get them on the dance floor. Now, whether that's switching genres or just switching the tempo and playing a slow song to get everybody up there dancing, because it's not a fun wedding unless everybody's up there dancing, having a very good time. So we usually show up in setup clothes, and this usually includes some form of slack shorts or slack pants. We'll have a company shirt on just like this. This is what we show up. We don't want to be dirtying our wedding clothes doing our setup, because sometimes we're out in the yard running back and forth, and it's usually really hot moving all that gear around. But then before your guests show up, then we'll usually transform into a 3-piece suit for your guys' wedding, so we look professional. Like I said, you guys can go look at our videos and see a good representation of what we wear at your guys' wedding. It's a very professional look. So we usually like to show up between 2 to 3 hours beforehand. It will depend on if the venue will let us in that early, and it will depend on what kind of package you guys order. Usually takes us about 45 minutes to an hour to set up, depending on the package. But then this gives us some extra time in case any details come up, we need to move anything, if the weather changes or anything that comes up, and this gives us some downtime to get prepared, and so we're not stressed out right before we start your guys' wedding. When it comes to our DJ packages, we charge $150 per hour. It's billed on the hour. If you guys want to extend a photo booth, that is $100 an hour. And then when it comes to videography, it really just depends on the packages and what all we're doing. But that's usually not billed on an hourly rate, more of a package rate. So I want to cover insurance and our drinking policy. None of our DJs on our team drink. This is a professional service. We make sure that we are very professional at the event. We do have insurance. All the DJs are insured. So if you guys need to see a copy of our insurance, you guys can download that inside your form. It's already going to be in there under documents. So if you guys need to provide that to the venue, not many venues require it, but it's there just in case you need it. So we usually have lapel mics for the groom and the officiant, and that's enough to pick up all three of your guys' voices. If it's super windy out, we'll switch to a handheld, and it sounds a little bit better when it becomes windy. We also have another wireless mic that we can give to a family member if there's anybody doing a prayer or a card reading. Now, when it comes to the reception, we usually have 2 wireless microphones for toasts and speeches and announcements. So that way somebody can be given a speech and then I can call up the next person on the microphone. And then as a backup, we do have a wire that's already hooked up, ready to go. And so those are the microphones that we use on a reception. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us at info@djcuttentertainment.com. Thank you guys very much.